Good morning, class 5. Today we will be continuing with the revision of our chapter Files and Folders in Windows 7. So last class we have finished the process of saving the files. Okay. Now the next topic is opening, editing and saving files. Once you have created a file and saved it with a name in your folder, you can easily open it and edit it. Okay, so you go to the path where your file is saved. So you will be getting an open dialog box where you will select the path and you will select the file name and you will click on the open button. Okay, and you are able to read it, edit it and make changes and save it back. Now copying files, the ability to copy folders and files allows you to create backups of important folders and files in case you lose the original folders and files. So if you are keeping a copy of the file, it helps you not to lose your work. Okay, so in case you are working on something and it crashes, okay, so you are not going to lose your work, you have a backup. So when you save a copy of your file, that is called you can have it as a backup. When you use copy command, Windows 7 places a duplicate copy of the file on the clipboard, and when you copy a file, the original file stays in the current location and you have a duplicate file of the same name in the other location. So you are copying from one place to the other. A copy will be there in the first place also, and at the second place a second copy will be created. You can use send to command. So right click and say send to. This is another option of copying files. Okay, a group of files or a folder from one disk to another. Moving and renaming files. Now when we copy a file from one location to another, there is a copy at the original location and a copy at the source location and destination location. Okay. Now when we move a file or a folder, what happens is we are moving it, we are picking it up and removing it from the original location and putting it at the new location. So you can move a file using cut and paste commands, and you can rename the files to make the names more descriptive and accurate. So the name of the file should tell you about what content you have in that file. So if it is a computer file or it is a grammar file, you can name it accordingly, according to your chapters also. So moving and renaming, how do we do this? Drag and drop. Using a mouse, you pick up the file from one position, drag it to the next location. Okay, so this is drag and drop for moving. And rename, you can right click and select rename, and you will get the option to edit the name. You can change the name of the file. Now searching for files and folders. Windows search helps you to quickly find any file, folder or a program. The search text you type is called the search criteria. So in the search box you will write the first few alphabets of the file name and you can search. So let's say if you have named it properly, then you can search for computer. Okay, so you will get all the files which have the name computer in your search. Search criteria can be a file name, a part of file name or any other characters which you choose. To search your entire computer, you can use the search box on the start menu. To search in a folder, you select that folder and we can search in the search box in Windows Explorer window. So over here, if we see, it's trying to search for a file by name me something. Okay, so the name is starting with me or something. Then we can select type the name in the start menu and it will list down the file. You can perform advanced search by using different search criteria like file extension, first, last or first and last name of the file criteria, date of file creation or document title, person's name to find his/her email address or by his/her email address. Okay. Deleting and restoring files. If you no longer need a folder or a file, you can delete it from the storage device. By regularly deleting files and folders you don't need, you are emptying, first of all you are creating space, okay, and second thing is when the recycle bin is full you need to empty it, so even that helps you emptying the space. Windows 7 places the files and folders you delete in the recycle bin. So if you delete a folder, Windows 7 removes the folder as well as all files and subfolders stored in it. So once you select files and you click on delete, it asks you, confirms whether you want to delete this file. By mistake, if you are deleting something, then you can click on no. Now if you need to recover a deleted file, so by mistake you have deleted it and now you realize that okay, you need that file, so what you can do is, if you have not removed the file from recycle bin, it can be recovered. If you have emptied the recycle bin, it will permanently remove the deleted files and folders. If it is not, then you go to the recycle bin and you click on the file and you say restore. So it can be restored. Restoring a file from the recycle bin, you will go to the recycle bin, okay, and you will say restore the item selected. You have selected the item and now you will say restore the item. So it will get back to your folder from where you have deleted it. This finishes the revision of chapter 4. Thank you so much, class.